Well, everyone, High Guardian Spice is finally out, and yeah, it's bad. But I guess in order to be fair, I should talk about the things that I like about the show before just trashing on it for the rest of the video. The soundtrack isn't that bad. Like, the background music is... it's not that bad. You know, the background art, not like the character art, but the art behind them, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I mean, everything else about the show is pretty awful. You know, the plot itself is very basic, right? Because there's so many different clones. I mean, it's basically a genre of the idea of these students going to this magical or supernatural school where they're going to learn how to use their powers. It's such a sellable concept, especially to a younger teenage audience. And somehow they took that sellable concept and made it into this. I shed a tear thinking about how much money was wasted on this show. It's just thrown in the trash. They spent all that money on, none of that money went to Japan, by the way. They spent all that money here in America on Tumblr writers, all for it to get 2 stars on Crunchyroll, 2 stars more than I think it deserves. So I mentioned this before on my last live stream when I was first starting to get into the show. I was like 3 episodes in, and the first thing that I had to say was that it was just babyish. Everything about it was so dumbed down. Like, the designs themselves, the characters themselves, they look childish, they look chibi. Looks like something that should be on Cartoon Network and not Crunchyroll. And then there's the theme song. Oh my god. All of your dreams will soon come true. What am I, a fucking ballerina? I'm not compare that theme song to all of these banging anime theme songs. You don't stand a chance. But the thing that most, I think, makes this feel babyish and really dumbed down is the dialogue. The dialogue, I don't even know how to describe it except dumb. It's just like really unintelligent babble.
Sometimes I miss being a kid when we didn't have to deal with all this stuff.
I don't like sand.
I think maybe 90% of the dialogue are just the girls talking about how amazing they are.
You're just so great. And when you don't think you're great, it makes me so sad.
5% is banter. Yeah, in quotes, banter. It's like they just wrote insert banter here, but didn't know what to actually put in there, so they had the voice actors figure it out, and the voice actors had no fucking clue what to say. Remember She-Ra Princesses of Power? I thought that had like a lot of story problems, a lot of plot holes, a lot of badly timed jokes. But even that show was better at doing jokes and significantly better at writing more intelligent dialogue than this show. It feels like a Cartoon Network show, not a good Cartoon Network show, like a modern Cartoon Network show. And if it did not have cursing and blood in it, you're damn straight they would be airing this on Cartoon Network. They would eat that shit up. When we do have the characters cursing, it feels so jarring because it feels like it doesn't belong in the show because the show is so childish. A lot of the episodes include a whole lot of nothing happening, right? They're going on quests. They're with the girls squad. There's a whole lot of queer baiting between the main characters, Sage and Rosemary. They spend the first few episodes brutally eye-fucking each other. And then they try to, like, subvert your expectations by having both of these girls, like, have crushes on guys, and then those don't work out because, you know, a lesbian romance is only legitimate if you have to reject a guy to get the romance, I guess. But when I started the series, I thought they were already a couple because of how, like, they act like a couple. They act like they're already dating. You kidding me? If this was a guy character with a girl character, it would basically be a confirmed relationship. But because it's 2 girls, they want to try to spin it like, oh yeah, all girls in friendships do this with each other. They all grope each other and sleep in the same bed and like caress each other's faces and hold hands. All girls who are friends do that with each other. They don't have to be girlfriends. These fucking prostitutes. And yes, of course, there's politics in this show. Not super subtle politics, I might add. Let me tell you something. I did not think that I would ever hear the term transition magic used unironically. Then this show came along. It's definitely like an unintentional self-parody because you know, like, that's the big critique on people who advocate for transitional surgery who know nothing about it. They just think it's magic. And do I even need to tell you? I'm sure you already just assumed that this happened. But of course, the female villain gets redeemed, and the male villain is the big bad. Yeah, Girl Squad, beat that man, Drake. No, I'm not kidding. His name is Mandrake. And then at the end, they have a shoehorned plot twist where her mom is revealed to be like on the villainous side. But knowing this show, it's probably like, oh, her mom was actually a double agent and she was pretending to be on their side. But, you know, I don't think this is getting a second season. For those of you curious as to how episode by episode bad it is, I would consider doing a brief recap of each episode if you wanted a more detailed critique. But at the end of the day, the show is bad because it was written by people who don't know how to write. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like they have no experience in writing. They have no idea what to make the characters say. So it just turns into babble. It just turns into really shitty banter.
Apologize! You should apologize for that posture, sweetie.
Everything feels like filler dialogue. You'll zone in and out of the show, of course.
You belong here so much that I heard the Triad talk about making doppelgangers of you just so they could have more of you. And guess what? I'm not letting you go until you agree. So, yeah.
All the voice actors are just phoning it in, basically. I have a theory that the animators were held there by gunpoint. No one wants to be there. No one wants to work on this show. Watching it, it's just like the biggest relief you can get is when it's over. And you don't have to watch it anymore. But I mean, we all kind of predicted it would be like that from the very first trailer when they wouldn't show us any clips from the show. They would just show us storyboards and all the people working on the show talking about how great and diverse they are with all women working on it. I can think of so many other better shows that could have been made for Crunchyroll. And they made High Guardian Spice. And you know, maybe I could forgive it for being bad if it was at least funny bad, but no. They're not good enough writers to make it funny bad. Anyway, now you know that the show is not good. Ooh, big shocker there. Definitely let me know if you'd like me to make more videos about the episodes, or if you're just gonna tap out with this. I mean, if you watch the show, you probably don't ever want to hear about it again. Remember to like the video if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. I'll have some more stuff for you real soon, and happy Halloween, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye!